You know, teams come into an All-Ireland saying, oh, if somebody doesn't perform, the team is finished. Same with James O'Connor, 95. He had a nightmare. Players still won the game. Henry could have a nightmare today. Somebody else could step up. And I think Richie Powell could be the real danger man for Kilkenny today, especially if he's at full forward.
OK, thank you very much, Ger. Well, as you can see, the President, Mary McAleese, and the President, the President of the GA are coming out from the tunnel area because the President of Ireland is about to be introduced to the players. Let's go back to Ger.
Yes, we're just about to have the official salute for Her Excellency President Mary McAleese. Whistle stop after this. Her Excellency, of course, accompanied by the President of the GAA, Nikki Brennan, whose daughter Orla is watching in Charlotte in North Carolina. She's teaching out there. So coming across now, first of all, to be introduced to Jackie Tyrrell, who is the captain of Kilkenny this year. A wonderful honour for him. A player who's had great success at underage level from the James Larkin club, the Village, as they're known. Brian Cody's club as well. Going down through the line there to Tommy Welch. Moving along to Derek Ling, the man from Emeralds, right in the centre of the country in Urlingford. On to Henry Shefflin, of course. That's Owen Larkin, the army man. Eddie Brennan there is a Garda based here in Dublin. All the way up to Aidan Fogarty at top of the left. Match referee today is Barry Kelly from Westmeath, introducing his linesman, who is Sean McMahon, and of course Dickie Murphy from Wexford. The fourth official there is Eamon Morris. And then it's the umpires, Anthony Gavin, Noel Nugent, Seamus O'Brien and Michael Coyle. Word for everybody. And a great atmosphere building, as you expect. Now Pat Mulcahy, another number 4, both captains wearing the number 4 jersey from the Newton Chandru club. And they've had such great success in recent years. Remember that Ben O'Connor was the captain just 2 years ago. So down through the line to Sholago Halpine, last year's hurler of the year. That's Tom Kenny from Granada on the Cork to Mallow Road. Timmy McCarthy, who is a farmer based in Castlelyons. Niall McCarthy, his namesake, who comes from Carricktool. That's Ben. Neil Ronan back in the Cork side. First start since 1999 in a final. Brian Corcoran back in the action. And Joe Dean from Killa. So the atmosphere building up the whole time. President McAleese has met the teams. That's the build-up. The action is next.
He's had it coming to him, Jimmy. You know
Johnny, he's an old man. He can't help
Fine, Jimmy. Forget
To go before the All-Ireland final, Cyril Fard, who's going to win this year's final?
Well, it's fantastic atmosphere out there. I just feel that the composure of Cork might just carry them through. But after saying that, you would be a bit surprised if Kilkenny got victory today. It's a kind of a game. The smart pundits are going for 10-1 draw. I just think Cork will get there.
10-1 draw mightn't be a bad bet at all, Ger.
1959, the last time that happened, right, I think. Yeah. Well, but I agree with everything that we said about Cork, about their greatness, about their composure under pressure, and about the fact that they deserve to win the 3 in a row because of the way this team are prepared and the quality of people they have. But Kilkenny are unbeaten in 2006. They've won the Walsh Cup, they've won the league. They come here today a really, really hungry team, bent on revenge for what happened 2 years ago. One more that hasn't been mentioned in all the build-up is attitude. Attitude is reflected in hunger, in belief, in pride and passion. I think Kilkenny will have that in abundance today. I think Cork will find it hard to match it. JJ or no JJ, I'm going to go with Kilkenny.
Commentary on this year's All-Ireland hurling final is from Michael Dignan, and first, Ger Canning.
It really is a most magnificent setting. 82,000 people and maybe a little more are packed into Croke Park here in Dublin. Hurling's biggest day of the year. The hair stand on the back of your neck, I know. The Cork and the Kilkenny fans mingling. Wonderful colour. There were showers here in Dublin this morning. Thankfully it's all dried away now beautifully. And Michael, this is the place to be if you love hurling. First Sunday in September.
Yeah, Ger, you know, we're all making predictions during the week, everyone involved in the media, but really we don't know how it's going to go. All I hope is that it lives up to the expectation. I think over maybe the last few years, some of these Kilkenny Cork matches, you know, haven't been wonderful matches, 99, 2004, but I just hope the sun is coming out here. Let's hope that we get the game that everyone is looking forward to today. There's two contrasting styles. I think you have a Cork team, you know, they're so methodical, do what they have to do, and this Kilkenny team, you know, really won't like being put down. Everyone is going for Cork, but they would have huge pride in their team, and they have massive individuals. I always think a couple of class individuals like Tommy Walsh and like Henry Shefflin, players like that just don't grow on trees, and Kilkenny have that bit of extra you know, star players, but Cork are so solid. 15 matches in a row they're going to try to win here now, championship matches, which is unbelievable, and that composure I think will see them home as well.
Well, John Allen, as you say, has a wonderful record. He's unbeaten as manager on his own, in charge of Cork. One record that went today, it was Galway's attempt to win the 3 in a row in the minor, beaten by Tipperary by 2 goals and 18 points to 2 goals and 7. Two Galway fans I know will be disappointed about that, or Haig and Pat Nestor watching abroad at this stage, and other people watching who want to be mentioned today. Newlyweds in San Francisco, Niamh Murphy and Liam Power. Enjoy the game, enjoy the occasion. They're Cork fans hoping for a 3 in a row. One person I met in Kilkenny yesterday said to me, if Kilkenny are going to win this, their forwards are going to have to defend as well as score.
Yeah, they are, and they're going to have to win that. When we talk about primary possession an awful lot now, you know, those puck-outs, Shefflin, Martin Comfort will have to be used in the half-hour then because of their size. And Dermot O'Sullivan, I think a lot of Cork people are looking at him maybe as a potential, you know, not playing to his own ability, potential weakness. Be interested to see if Richie Powers switch in on him and try to use his pace to cause trouble in there.
Well, just before the anthem, which will be sung today by Cara O'Sullivan, there is a minute's silence in honour of Mick O'Neill. Mick was the former chairman of the Kilkenny County Board, a wonderful man. I have experience of meeting him in many a Kilkenny dressing room down the years. A lovely person, passed away during the year. And Joe Healy, who's brother of Diarmuid Healy, who of course was the manager of that 1981 Jubilee team, honoured just a few moments ago.
Saying something, it was amazing to me, and I'll never forget it, and it reminded me of that yesterday when we saw him on 12. I'm glad you brought it up. He said sometimes people take what they think is the comfortable shot. What you need to do when you're playing at the highest level is play the correct shot.
And now the national anthem to be sung by Cara O'Sullivan, international soprano from Cork, with the Artane Band and 82,000 singers at Croke Park.
He was proud of himself for having gone out and hit those shots. And I thought it was just nothing almost short of miraculous, the 2 shots that Miller talked about that he played around Utah. To me, the most important foot in Tiger's bag today is going to be the driver, and particularly in one area of the golf course, the first hole and the ninth hole,
absolutely brilliantly by Cara O'Sullivan, the Artane Band. Let's hope the hurling is as good as the singing. It's Cork who won the toss. They've opted to play from right to left in the first half.
Yeah, John, what I'm looking forward to today is who's going to be the unsung hero. You know, it's happened so often in Ireland finals. Some player, there's nothing made about him beforehand, he steps up. It was Fergie Toohey in 95, Timmy McCarthy in 99. Who's it going to be today?
The match is underway. Henry Shefflin and Martin Comerford have switched positions straight away, but we can expect changes aplenty as the game develops over the next 70 minutes of action. Pressure on the Cork backs immediately. There in his hands and knees, Pat Mulcahy. Foul was committed. It's a free in to Kilkenny and a chance for them to take an early lead. Straight away they go to their free taker in chief from this kind of distance, Henry Shefflin. Donald O'Cusack calling out the instructions just in case there's a short one or a little funny one, as happened in the minor match right at the very beginning of that game. Henry Shefflin, 2 goals and 39 points in this year's championship match. Another one on his tally, first of the day here, and Kilkenny lead in the 118th All-Ireland final. Well, any kind of fouling like that anywhere around the park, and Henry will pounce, you can be certain. Scored 5 points when the teams last met in a final, 2004. Only one of those, incidentally, was from play. That's a huge puck out. Dropping down into the inside forward line. Niall McCarthy trying to add to it. It's a funny kind of a breeze this afternoon, blowing across the park if anything. Coming out here is Jackie Tyrrell, losing his way somewhat, bottled up. Back there with Neil Ronan, blocked down well. Comes back out into the centre. Ronan Curran to his left half back, Sean O'Halpy. Under pressure, gets the ball in towards Brian Corcoran. Sun in the eyes of the Kilkenny backs. It bounces out there to John Tennyson. Great clearance by Tennyson. Tremendous noise, wonderful excitement and enthusiasm among the fans. Ronan Curran straight away, back down into the heart of the Kilkenny defence once again. That's a great catch by Neil Ronan. He's fouled. Right down to the ground, and it's a free to Cork and a chance to level up the scoring.
Yeah, Gerald, only one change, I think there. Great catch, foul there by John Tennyson, come in on top of Niall McCarthy, but just Neil Ronan and Ben O'Connor have switched. Ben O'Connor gone to top of the right and Neil Ronan left half, and practically all the Kilkenny forward line have changed around. You have Eddie Brennan at right half, Martin Comerford at centre, and Owen Larkin, and you have Richie Power, Henry Shefflin, and Aidan Fogel at the inside.
Joe Dean ready to hit this. Trying to level up the match in the 3rd minute. That's on target. Nicely over the bar, and the teams are level
in the game.
And unusually enough, two cornerbacks have changed. Brian Murphy gone over, and Pat Mulcahy picking up Richie Power in this corner. Wouldn't have expected that.
Talking about Matt Kuchar or Lean Westwood or Sergio Garcia.
Straight down the centre. Reaching up for it there, dragging it ahead was Owen Larkin. Comes out instead, however, to Jerry O'Connor, the highly mobile midfielder, to the other midfielder for Cork, Tom Kenny. Huge one down. Drifting out there is Brian Corcoran. Going out as well, Noel Hickey, winning that important ball, then dispossessed. Coming in to support here is Ben O'Connor, has made the switch, as Michael Dagnan was saying, trying to bustle his way through. Stolen from him by Jackie Tyrrell, and the Kilkenny captain gets it down the field near the sideline, very near the sideline. John Gardner stepping out over the line, under pressure, line ball.
And get
a lot of pressure that time as John Gardner took the ball out over the line. Not much doubt about it.
What it's like to go to that next level. He wants to win.
So line ball to the Kilkenny Cats.
And he wants to elevate his name
and
to
just
the
in case,
level.
we need a reminder that there's going to be soccer here pretty soon. Next year, they're throwing a soccer ball.
Practice rounds this week. I mean,
Derek Ling to hit this one.
And I think that
nicely caught, taken under pressure by Martin Comerford. On its way, dropping short, and Donald O'Cusack makes a very good save from Shaw Fitzpatrick. Coming across here is John Tennyson. Seems to have solved the problem area of centre-half back for Kilkenny. The number of short performances shaping up to Niall McCarthy there. And let's hope that common sense prevails, or they're going to get 2 yellow cards very, very quickly by Barry Kelly, the match referee, who's a school teacher in Burren, County Offaly. First Westmeath man ever to handle an All-Ireland hurling final. Great honour for Barry.
What about this part of his game?
Lots of tension. Quick lecture.
People give him credit for it. One of the shots.
Well, he's escaping without a booking, but I saw the notebook, so presumably that's a ticking per player.
Yeah, I think it's sensible enough, though, Joe. It's just a bit of, there's only a couple of shoulders off each other, and the tension is going to come out, early in the game. But that's a great physical battle, as is Corcoran and Hickey inside. I'm really looking forward to that. Corcoran got the better of Hickey 2 years ago, and Hickey's fierce determined man. He's going to try to turn the tables today.
McGarry, big one in, dropping in dangerously. Owen Larkin was after it, but getting there first is Pat Mulcahy. The Newton Chandra man pursued in there by Henry Shefflin, pursued as well by Owen Larkin. And he is fouled.
It's interesting to watch him.
Or does he foul? He takes 3 catches, yes.
Slowly here at Augusta National Golf.
Caught the ball too many times, and it's another free in, and a chance for Kilkenny to go back in front again.
I think that was well called by the Kilkenny players. I think the ref had actually missed it in the heat of battle for him too. It's his first All-Ireland final, but the Kilkenny players called it, and right decision.
Barry Kelly, just 36 years of age, in charge. Great honour for him. Donald O'Cusack.